Hola y un fuerte abrazo. If you are considering remodeling a house or building a house in Mérida, Mexico, it is very important to have a good architect. So right now you're going to get a special treat. The architect Mariana, who did the design for the house, and along with her partner Edgar, Mariana is going to give a tour of the house and talk about important things like maintaining the history and how we changed things here and there. So I'm going to let Mariana take it away.
Okay, so one of the most important things when you start searching for a property is the state of maintenance or preservation that it has. So a couple of years ago when we came here with Amy for the first time, we saw that the house was in pretty good shape. I mean, structurally the walls were okay. We didn't have to change the ceiling or anything, and we still have some of the original steel beams over here. So I think in general, the house allows us to preserve it as closest to the original state. So it was just a few little tweaks and changes that we did around the house to make it more comfortable for nowadays lives, basically. So one of the things that we did is that before it used to be like a couple of little walls over here. So this vestibule and living area felt really enclosed. So we took that out and make this a little bit more bigger, basically. So we have a more natural flow from the entrance to the vestibule to the dining area. And then also here where you have these gorgeous folding doors, it used to be the kitchen. So you couldn't really see through the patio or anything, and you didn't get the light coming through. So we took that out and changed the original position of the kitchen to over here. So now we have like a more open kind of plan. And this is very interesting historically speaking, because kitchens were a thing that is from the 20th century. So houses that were built before that, they added the kitchen afterwards. So that was this always like in a really weird space, or they were way too narrow, or they had like really quirky features. So what we did is took that out so we can have like this gorgeous view of the pool area. So you get all the lighting, it's way more bright. That also is held by all the colors, it's warm colors, very muted colors. And we changed the kitchen to a more open plan kind of thing that is something more contemporary. And it allows us to see the kitchen, to see all the light, and also have like a continuity between the spaces. So if you're having like a social gathering or something, you are like doing a dinner or preparing something, you're still able to have a conversation with people and your guests.
Tell me about, because I didn't realize that was the kitchen. I thought the kitchen actually was it.
No,
I just thought that was an extra little
no, that was the kitchen, yeah.
So tell me about
The
wall that used to be there.
Yeah.
That's very interesting to me.
Okay, so before this space used to have a division over here with a wall, and it had like a weird glass part in the upper part. And before, I mean, houses were something that had to grow with people and families. So sometimes they needed to change. Here in the Yucatan area, we used to have spaces that were multi-purpose. So you can have like the kitchen and the dining area, and then you have AmysCasa hanging over here. So it didn't have like a specific use for each room. And then as time went by, we started to have that conception. So the divisions are starting to come into houses. So in this particular case, we took that out in order to have this gorgeous crujía, that's the name for a row of spaces. And I was talking to Amy that, for example, when it comes to preservation criteria, and especially for INA, the most important thing is to preserve the crujillas as close to the way they were. So especially the height, the width of the walls, and also the flow or the circulation between them. So that's one of the reasons why we preserve this door. It's an original door that was restored by the carpenter. And it really allows you to have like a movie night in the TV area and then just come by to get your popcorn next to the kitchen. And that's one of the things that are the most important things for us when we are trying to do a project like this. We try to understand what the house used to be, to preserve the most important characteristics of the space, and then trying to bring it to the contemporary way of life that we have now. Okay, so now we are in the bedroom volume that's how we call it when we were doing the design process. And this used to be way more narrow. So for example, according to the normative, there are several measurements that are important to have like a comfortable bedroom, dining area, TV room, etc. So we do have those kind of strategies and tools to work with. So we knew we have to demolish all this and redo it again, just to have like a more comfortable bedroom area. So it's well lit, it has natural ventilation as well. And one thing that we really like about working with Amy, that she's also very into symmetry. And that's one thing that we like, is something that for composition in architecture is very important. It's very classical as well. And it comes natural for human beings to see that as something beautiful. So these couple of bedrooms are like a mirror between each other. The only difference is that one has like a Jack and Jill kind of bathroom. So that allows us to have a bathroom for the social area, but it can work also for this first bedroom area. And the other one is very similar, just on the opposite side, let's just say. It has a private bathroom, and also it has a different color scheme because of the linens and all the decoration. And I think it has a lot of also closet space. And I think especially for modern life, one thing that we learn is that sometimes we're used to seeing in these magazines, these spaces that are super clean without any mess, and life is not like that. So always having space for getting your things, your clothes, your, I don't know, whatever, is very important. And as much storage space that you have is always going to be something good. If I remember correctly, the original bedroom area used to be about this come up to here. So we're at about a meter. I think that's about 3 feet, 3.5 feet, something like that. And also it had like this really weird scheme for the bathrooms. So they were very small, and they were poorly ventilated, and yeah, they didn't work at all. So also this construction, as well as the bathrooms, were something that was added afterwards from the house. So it wasn't something historical to preserve. So that gave us the opportunity to really change it. So here we're in the pool, and like I said again, we really like symmetry. And you can see it over here. This is exactly like a mirror, and this also you can read it in the pool. So one thing that is also very important to us is to preserve a green area. That's basically gardening. And here in Mérida, as you well know, it's known for being very hot during the whole year. So preserving areas that have gardening or grass is way more important now than before, because all the climate change thing, and also because it's nice. I mean, nature is something that really works well with architecture and really brings it together. I mean, all these natural materials like chucum and all the bajareque, as well as the woodwork, all brings everything together when it comes with vegetation and plants.
Nice. Mariana, do you know my sign off? Un abrazo fuerte.
Un abrazo fuerte y besitos, cuídense mucho.
Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that tour by Mariana. I will put a link to their contact information below. The company name is Arquilat, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.